Hello everyone, and welcome to the third Controls and Keyboards Mandate. Tonight, I'll be your host, Max, accompanied with the lovely Harley Gray,
Get those candles ready.
as we walk you through last week in the video game industry.
What the hell, dude?
I wanted to make it like intimate, but I guess.
I liked it. It was soft and smoothing.
Yeah, so
Smoothing?
third mandate, Morgan unfortunately cannot run the necessary applications to record a podcast on his shitty laptop or PC or whatever the hell he's using.
You can't run
So me and
Skype.
Harley, yeah, exactly. So me and Harley are just gonna sit here and talk video games for an hour for your entertainment. Lots of stuff to talk about this week. It was a busier week than last week's, thankfully, because I mean, like I talked to about with Morgan, it's the summer drought. I mean, there's not enough there's not a lot of games to play. There's not a lot of news coming out, so we make with whatever we have. But a couple of interesting stuff that came up this week. First off, we got to start with our weekly segment. I feel like is gonna be called Batman Watch.
We've moved on from amiibos to Batman.
Yeah, because over the last couple of weeks, I feel like we've talked Batman Arkham Knight every single week.
Yeah,
we've had the release, we've had the broken PC port. We've had our spoiler cast, which you can watch on our YouTube channel, by the way.
Yeah.
And we've had some DLC announcements last week. And now we got something coming regarding the PC port, the broken port for Batman Arkham Knight, which says that it won't be fixed until spring. Now, this is all coming from a leaked email, so may not all be true, but still, in spring.
So is that like? I'm guessing that's like America's spring.
Yeah,
that's
possibly.
That's just so shitty to everybody that bought the PC port.
Yeah, so let me just go over through what was written in the email, basically. So
please do, Max. You read that email.
As previously advised, that's from a GameStop email, by the way. We have stopped sales of Batman Arkham Knight PC while Warner and Rocksteady work on addressing performance issues with the game. The latest information from Warner is that the updates won't be available until spring. Due to this, we have made the difficult decision to recall all PC stock from stores to return to the vendor until an acceptable solution is released. Now, I mean, this can't be right. There has to be something we're missing here. Like, I don't see Rocksteady or Warner Brothers taking that long to fix the biggest game they've ever made. That just wouldn't make sense.
Well, didn't somebody else make the port?
Yeah, it was outsourced by another studio, but still, like, let me research more on this story, like, really quick, because that doesn't make sense. I mean, Batman Arkham Knight is a great game.
It's one of the biggest games of the year, arguably.
Yeah, and it's Rocksteady's biggest work so far, and I can't see. I just cannot picture. Like, they're gonna get shot. They're gonna get killed if people wait that long.
Do you think there's just gonna be a riot, just right outside their doors?
Oh, so right. Okay, this is according to Australia. Kotaku Australia reported the news.
Oh, God.
So,
okay.
Spring is only 2 months away in Australia. Okay, so yeah, of course. I knew that would make sense. So, just 2 months for the PC port to be fixed, I guess.
Still, that's like, what, 4 months or so, 3 months after release.
Yeah, probably 2 to 3 months, but still, that's
still
yeah,
bullshit.
that's
That's
still reasonable.
That is almost Ubisoft level. That's Ubisoft level bullshit.
So now we got 3 hated companies in the video game industry. We got Ubisoft, we got Warner Brothers, we got EA. Who else is gonna add on top of that? Probably the developers of Dead Island 2. Am I right?
What?
We'll get to that.
I was going to say,
we'll
what
get to
developer? There's nobody working on it right now.
We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I like. What do you feel about this, Harley? Regarding, I know you said it's bullshit, but like,
well, it is.
How would you feel if you only had a PC to play video games and you wanted to play Batman Arkham Knight so bad, but you couldn't?
I would be personally enraged, especially if I had bought the NVIDIA hardware, that came with Arkham Knight, because they had that deal a while ago where if you bought this NVIDIA device, you got the game also through, I think it was like Steam or some shit, and I had to recall that as well. So it felt like sincere waste of money. You know, you spend a lot of money on your PC and you're upgrading and whatnot, and you can't play this stupid, dumb game that some developer just couldn't be bothered to finish. And it's a joke, really.
I agree.
But, you know, console is by far the most superior of the two. He says
exactly.
He says as backing away, ready to protect himself.
Hides back in his cave.
No,
just to hide from the flame of the internet.
I mean, if you are a primarily PC gamer, I feel sorry for you. And I hope it comes out fixed, ready to go, and you have the same experience that the rest of us have experienced with the game.
And let me transition this news story to another news story regarding Batman, which is because the PlayStation 4 was the top-selling console of June because of what? Batman. So
that's true.
Again, Sony PlayStation 4 was the best-selling console, beating the Xbox One and the Wii U, according to the NPD group. No specific numbers were released because that's fucking NPD. They never release.
Can I just say
specifics?
That the special edition Batman PlayStation 4, not very hard to find, apparently. I see them everywhere.
Really?
I see them everywhere.
Oh. Because I would think that these would be limited edition. Like, they'd be gone like right after release.
Well, that's how they were promoted, but I see them like directly in the middle of the stores. Just be like, hey, don't forget me, buy me.
But yeah, I mean, that probably helped too. Like, yeah. Are you on a PS4 soon, Harley, or is that?
I mean, I've gone through stages where I was waiting for the 1 terabyte version. That's come out, and now I still haven't bought it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait for a release date for No Man's Sky because that's the only game that I really want to play.
You're not all about that Uncharted action?
You know, I could, give two rats' asses about Uncharted, to be honest.
You'd be good with Tomb Raider and not play Uncharted?
I mean, I'm happy not playing either, but I'll play Tomb Raider.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't care. It's, I can live without playing video games. Except No Man's Sky. I need to play that.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm still not sold on No Man's Sky, but anyways,
yeah.
Arkham Knight helped PS4 beat all the other competitors out there. Probably also because they had a bundle, which was like the same. I think it was the same price as the regular PS4, or maybe like $50 more. But
it was a lot more.
You get a fucking awesome looking console with a
but you get one
cool
game.
controller. And one game, but yeah, if you have PlayStation Plus, you get 2 free games. But that's besides the point.
Or you could just spend $50 less and get like 4 games. Yeah.
You
kind of have to be smart with it. Not all of us have money like you, Max.
That's the thing. Yeah, I'm loaded with cash. But that's the thing I realized. Like I've been writing about video games for more than a year now, and
hey, congratulations, man.
Yeah, and almost a full year for Gamer Headlines, and I realized that if I wouldn't be able to get review copies, I I would have spent a significant amount of money on video games this year,
Oh yeah,
like a staggering amount of money.
like
But thankfully, I have the privilege of getting some games for free.
video games is such an expensive hobby.
Oh yeah, I saw you
It really
tweet
is.
that because we were talking about equipment for some video ideas for our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Dude, shit is just expensive, man. Like for instance, I mentioned like 2 or 3 weeks ago my broken controller. I did the math. In total, it cost me $200 for my goddamn custom controller.
You could have
How
just
fucking-
pre-ordered an Elite Xbox One controller.
I'm telling you, man, the Elite is shit. I I I played with it at E3. I did not like it for 2 cents. It's garbage.
Yeah, but
I hate it.
How long did
I'd
you,
ra-
how long did you play with it, and what were you playing? with?
I played a match of Gears of War with it, and it sucked. The paddles just don't work. It's not like a SCUF controller where the paddles are all aligned in the middle. These are aligned on the side, so as soon as you hold the controller, you have to like hold the paddles. You're gonna press the paddles by accident no matter what you do, which is why I thought it was so fucking annoying playing with those.
Maybe you just
But-
have to hold it like a pro and not like a little bitch.
Oh my god. Tell me how to hold my controller like a pro.
Hey, do you want to talk about your controller? Did that company finally reply to your tweet?
Oh yeah, that's actually funny. So was it Friday? Yeah, Friday. So let me back this up to for our listeners at home. So like a month ago, I sent out my controller to get customized. It cost me $150. Big deal, whatever. It arrived back
Money bags
over
over
here, broken. Well, not broken, but the A controller was defective. So I had to go through all the customer service to know what I had to do to send it back. And that took like probably 2 weeks just to get like the invoice to pay for the repairs and the information for the shipping and all. And so I sent out a message like on Wednesday or Thursday, I think, saying like, it's been 10 days since your last message. I just need the information to send back my controller. Is it that hard? Then I thought it was ridiculous. Then the next day I tweeted out like if I don't get an answer within the next week, I'll be buying a SCUF controller, which is like the close competitor to the Cinch gaming controller, which is the one I bought.
Okay, I have your Twitter feed up on my phone, so I'm just going to read out what you tweeted.
All
Okay,
right.
3 days ago, you tweeted at Cinch Gaming, "Your customer service is one of the worst I've ever seen in years. Answer your goddamn support emails."
Exactly.
And then you tweet, "For real, if I didn't get an answer within the next week, I'm buying a SCUF Gaming, and we'll be smashing my Cinch Gaming on camera for YouTube." Are you still going to do that? Are we getting that?
No,
That's
no,
some
it's not
quality
gonna happen.
content.
I know, but I mean, they're getting it fixed. I'm not gonna waste $250 on a brand new custom controller.
But my
man.
favorite
That's
my
just-
favorite tweet of yours. This was all within the same day. Your next tweet was, "Shit is straight up ridiculous."
Yeah, I was mad. But anyways, so that's fixed. Why are we talking about this? I don't even know. But anyways, my controller is fixed. Really quickly, we mentioned Batman at the top of the episode. I sent you a link, Harley. This is not video game related, but we should totally discuss this because it is just too awesome not to discuss
we're
or to
talking
look
about.
over.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh no, wait, was it? I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
Exactly.
That was awesome. So there's a theory going around that the Joker that's in Suicide Squad isn't necessarily the Joker,
Nope.
but it is. Who was it? Jason Todd
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
theory saying that Jason Todd is actually the Joker in Suicide Squad because like there's this guy on Reddit who like listed a bunch of stuff regarding the Joker that you see in the Suicide Squad trailer and just his overall appearance and the lore of the comic books, and it all makes sense. It just perfectly
really,
makes
really does. And if you like, if you haven't read the comics and you don't know what's going on, or if you have played Batman Arkham Knight, the exact same scenario happens in the game, and it
Yeah.
matches with the Joker in Suicide Squad perfectly. Like you sent me that message, and I think it was like 3 a.m. for me, so I was asleep. I read it, and I was just like, "Holy fucking shit!" It's like the stars were just aligned, and everything made sense.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, he has a metal grill.
Yeah,
So that must be because he got his teeth smashed by the actual Joker. Because for those who don't know, Jason Todd used to be Robin. He got kidnapped by Joker,
Yeah.
and apparently got killed
well,
by him.
Well, in the comics he did, yeah.
Yeah, in the comics he did, but like Suicide Squad is its own thing.
Yeah, in
And
Arkham Knight, the whole twist was that.
yes, spoiler alert!
Yeah,
Spoiler alert for
spoiler alert.
for Arkham Knight. Just skip like 5 minutes if you haven't.
So
beaten
in Arkham Knight, the twist is that Jason Todd wasn't killed, and that he just became so twisted and deranged that he became the Arkham Knight. And you see, I think on him he had like a J branded on his cheek.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Jared Leto has a J tattooed on his cheek. And he has like damaged on the forehead. It's like all those dumb, stupid, ridiculous tattoos make sense with this theory. And, you know, as of right now, it is just a theory, but it is a fantastic one.
And there's also if you take a closer look at the first image of Jared Leto's Joker, the one where he's holding his head like a fucking psychopath, you can see a feather, which is possibly a robin feather, on his left arm.
I didn't notice that, but that could be interesting.
Yeah, and also in the goddammit Batman versus Superman trailer, we see Robin's outfit with a "ha ha ha, joke's on you, Batman." So possibly Jason Todd died.
This begs the question: who is the Joker?
Yeah, now this is the thing, because I don't even know where to begin. So maybe like the real Joker died, or just I don't know. I don't know how it's all gonna make sense, but I know because I know that Jason Todd used to be the Red Hood.
Yeah,
He got twisted into being the Red Hood, which is so now no, the Red Hood was Joker before he became the Joker as we know him.
Yeah.
He used to be this
Red Hood was the Joker when Joker was normal.
Exactly.
In a sense.
But if you, for instance, in Arkham Knight, Jason Todd is the Red Hood. So
I mean, it's very interesting, and this isn't exactly our kind of genre that we talk about in the podcast, but it was just so damn good.
I know. Like, people made videos. I saw Angry Joe making a video about it, and he got hyped too. The only thing that would seal the deal for this theory to be true is if Harley Quinn says something like, "Oh, Mr. J, you've changed," or something like that. That would just be like, okay, this is confirmed. Like, it would be like perfect. But
can I just say, I loved that trailer.
You did?
I fucking loved it. Like, I don't know,
okay.
it's like the Harley Quinn. You know, I'm a big Harley Quinn fan. It was so perfect, so perfect. And I'm super psyched to see the movie. It's gonna be awesome. All right, moving on to some video games.
Yep.
Let's talk about stuff that we actually talk about. So, all right, I guess first off we'll talk about the CEO of Gearbox Software, Randy Pitchford, he came out and announced that Gearbox are working on a new authentic Brothers in Arms game.
Damn, it's been a long time since we've played Brothers in Arms.
Is that a sense of sarcasm?
I don't know. The last one I played
2012 or something.
I don't know. Like I remember seeing like a trailer at E3 for like some spin-off Brothers in Arms games.
Okay, there was that mobile game that came out last year.
Yeah, but it's on mobile. That's not the true Brothers. Anyways,
hey man,
let's continue.
Anyway, I have a snippet from I think it was an IGN interview. So here it is. It says, "Sadly, it takes a lot of resources, energy, and money to do what must be done. So it's not something I feel I could completely do alone. I need some good partners for it. So we've been talking to great folks, but it's really putting all that together that's the limiting factor. Once we put all the partnerships together in terms of publishing, collaborators, and creators, we can talk about it." So that begs the question, who's going to publish it and who's going to... I guess who's making it? I guess Gearbox. So who would they really be associated with?
I don't know, maybe... Like, I think the last game was published by Ubisoft?
Yeah, that was the mobile game, though.
Okay, that was the mobile game, so... Because I would have said, if Ubisoft made... With Ubisoft's current track record, they may want to hold off from being...
that could be why they're looking at new partnerships.
Yeah, it could be, but I think I mentioned to you this earlier before we recorded, but like, what's going on with Gearbox? They're looking for external sources to develop Borderlands 3. Now they're looking for external sources for Brothers in Arms.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not too sure what's up with that, but I mean, I like their games.
I mean,
but
games are fantastic, but they're obviously
Alien
having
Colonial
some sort
Marines.
They're having some sort of
shit.
partnership problems, which is quite surprising.
They got to turn to Kickstarter.
Speaking of Kickstarter,
I knew you were gonna fucking talk about that.
Hey, it was perfect. I got to take my chances. The Shenmue Kickstarter ended at I think it was $6.3 million.
Oh god,
That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
So I guess Sony doesn't have to front up and pay the rest, or
it's still gonna cost more. It's still gonna cost more money. The last Shenmue game cost like 99 million or some ridiculous number like that.
Yeah, this
will
probably just go for marketing, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just for Kickstarter rewards.
Yeah, maybe. I was watching a Let's Player. I think it was Funhouse. They played Shenmue 1 just for kicks, and it didn't look so great.
Well, of course, it's a fucking Sega Dreamcast game.
Yeah, but it's like the story was so shit.
No, it's a classic. How can you say that?
Fucking his dad dies, and then he just runs around talking to people about like Chinese people. That's all he talks about. I was watching it. I was like, really? Okay. I'm clearly missing something, but each to their own.
You're gonna play that game when it comes out.
I'm really not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Unless I get a free copy and I have to review it. Hint, hint.
So, I think that means that Shenmue 3 is now officially the most successful Kickstarter campaign of all time. Is that correct?
No. Is it Star Citizen? Is that what it's called?
Oh, the Oculus Rift thing.
No. I'm going to look this up, but there is something that's crowdfunded that's made like ridiculous amounts of money.
All right. Well, while you're looking this up, I'm going to talk about a little game we've been not hearing a lot about since its reveal last year. Dead Island 2. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Dead Island personally, the license. I know the first trailer for the first Dead Island was fucking amazing.
It was even better than the game.
Yeah, exactly. I remember watching that trailer with one of my friends and being just like, "Holy shit, this game looks fucking awesome!" And it turned out to be a mediocre survival game. But that's besides the point. Dead Island 2 doesn't have its developer anymore, which is kind of weird. So Jaeger, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but Jaeger is no longer developing Dead Island 2. And Deep Silver, which is the publisher for the Dead Island franchise, went out and replied with the following statement. Quote, with Dead Island 2, Deep Silver has always been dedicated to delivering the sequel that Dead Island's fans deserve. Well, Riptide wasn't a sequel? I'm confused. And speaking of which, speaking of Dead Island, there was a spin-off game called Escape from Dead Island. That was shit. That was absolute shit. But moving on. After careful consideration, today we announced the decision to part ways with developer partner Jaeger. We will continue working towards bringing our vision of Dead Island 2 to life, and we will share further information at a later stage, end quote. Now, I don't remember seeing any actual gameplay footage for Dead Island 2 other than the CG trailer that was revealed at E3 2014.
Which was fantastic, by the way. I really love their trailers, but the games just don't get me hooked.
Well, now we don't even know if this game's gonna happen. It was delayed in 2016, and we just haven't heard news regarding it. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out like sometime. Maybe not in 2016, but presumably in 2017 if another developer picks it up, or if Deep Silver takes it internally. I don't know if they have a development team over there, but anyways, it's just funny to me that this game has been sort of hyped without any actual gameplay revealed.
It's quite surprising how many games are like that.
And yeah, now it just gets dropped, or the developer just gets his but with Deep Silver's response there, it sounds like they're the bad guys. Like they're the ones who said like, oh, we're not working with Jaeger anymore. We're gonna look for something else. So I don't know. Maybe there was like Jaeger. They didn't like the direction Jaeger was taking with the game, or Jaeger got mad because Deep Silver put pressure on them to finish the game. I don't know. This is all PR bullshit to me, and we'll just have to see what happens, I guess.
I have an update. It was Star Citizen currently holds the world record for the highest grossing crowd-funded amounts for a video game. It started in 2012, where they raised 2.1 million, but it was re-kicked, and the grand total, I think, as of March 2nd this year, was $74.5 million.
74 million?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
So,
well, okay, maybe Shenmue 3 is probably the single most successful Kickstarter, besides the editions that you're referring to.
Yes. Okay.
Alright. Okay. That makes sense.
I mean, it might not be, but, who cares?
Whatever.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
We'll just say crap that's probably not true and just move on. That's the controllers and keyboards way.
We don't fact check, we don't give a fuck. No, we actually fact check.
Do we? We're supposed to? Okay.
Yeah, we are obliged. We work in the industry. Well, I still work in the industry.
I write stuff. All right. Just quickly, I was reading this morning. Speaking of crowdfunding again, moving on with the segues. The fan-made Zelda animated series has been cancelled. But
yeah,
surprisingly,
you linked me that news story, but I didn't
not by Nintendo's request, which really caught my eye.
So go ahead, because I haven't read this news story yet.
Well, there's a crowdfunding campaign for an unlicensed Legend of Zelda animated series, which is called, I think it's Zelda Motion Journey.
It's called Excuse Me.
Oh, God. You're out there?
I thought that was funny.
You're out there?
Yeah.
God damn it. Anyway, the producer...
Harley's just depressed now.
I don't know where to go from that. That was just so horrible and bad. Sit there and think about what you've done. So the producer Michael Patch wrote on the Facebook page that Nintendo never sent a cease and desist order. In fact, instead, he's ended the project as a result of community feedback, which was quite surprising. He says, and I quote, "Though I have not received a cease and desist order, out of respect for Nintendo and due to a few incriminating crowds, though it may be only 30% of people who commented, I am ending the Zelda Motion Journey. To the other 70% of you, I give you my sincerest thanks. You made me feel like I was more than just some guy making fan art. You are the ones I did this for." Can I just say, you are the ones I did this for. You really didn't do anything. You just cancelled the project. It doesn't really say why he cancelled it. I mean,
basically, the guy got intimidated by some people on the internet and decided to just move on.
I would have thought some like a Legend of Zelda animated series would be something people would be screaming for. Like people went nuts when that stupid Netflix rumor.
Netflix, yeah. But they're still salty with that shitty anime that we got in the 90s.
Oh, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb internet people. Well, I hope he, I'm not sure how much work he actually put into it, but I hope he comes around and releases it anyway. Fuck those 30%. I mean, if you're working hard on something and there is like a small group of people, anonymous people that are talking crap, screw those guys. Just release it anyway.
Dude, we're on the internet. Like, there's obviously gonna be haters. There's possibly controls and keyboards. Fucking just people who just unlike or dislike our shit constantly, and like we don't give a fuck. No. I personally don't give a fuck.
We really don't. I think the number one rule for making content is enjoy what you do. If you enjoy it, then who cares?
Like, it's like, for instance, if you want to get into writing about video games, because that's how that's why we're here right now, actually.
Actually, I'm here because you told me to, but go on.
That's a slight detail, anyways. You can't you can't like hold a grudge against the criticism or shit you're getting for covering a certain topic or having a certain opinion regarding a certain game. That's just the internet.
To be fair, Max, we probably only deal with maybe a small amount of people. We don't know the number of people that, sent him hate. Some people just can't handle it, and that's fine. There's a difference between 5 to 10 people or hundreds and thousands.
You're right. But still, like, if I would want to make a gig of writing about video games work, I would just go ahead and fucking do it, and I wouldn't give a shit about what anyone would say, because that's what I want to do, and it's my life. You're not gonna fucking direct my opinions or influence my decisions because you say a stupid comment on the internet. No, I have my own values. I'm entitled to my own opinion. I'm just gonna do whatever I want. That is legal, by the way. I should state that too, because I don't want people to take this the wrong way. But yeah, just fucking go ahead and do whatever you want. It's the internet. The possibilities are endless. You want to make fucking videos for YouTube? Go ahead and do it. We're making that and we're having fun. We don't know if people enjoy it or not. We just do it because we have fun, and that's totally fine. May end up something bigger. We may just do this for 10 people. We enjoy making it, and we don't give a fuck.
19 people, thank you.
Oh,
I was just
sorry for the rant, but I just had to
damn,
get
you
this
never
out
shut
there.
up. He never shuts up. He just gets on this roll and he just goes along with it. So I've delved deeper into it, and he Mr. Patch launched an informal survey earlier this week, and he pretty much asked if people wanted to see the project move forward, and an overwhelming majority of people said they didn't want the campaign to continue. So I guess putting it in that
Now,
way, that makes sense.
yeah, and now I sound like an idiot for going
Yeah.
on a rant.
Notice
that,
I just let you continue.
that was an inspirational or
I wanted
motivational.
I wanted to
speech.
see how much rope I could give you before I just hugged and you hung yourself.
And now I regret every single word I just said.
Nice.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Um.
Speaking of
So last week,
speaking of killing yourself, do we want to talk about overdoping and eSports?
Just really quickly, I have to mention this because kind of took me by surprise. I don't know if it took our audience by surprise or you, Harley. But last week we got like this weird release. The prototype games got somehow remastered. Like just we're remastering the prototype games. They're out now. You can go buy it. Like wait, what? There's been no marketing, no press, nothing.
Yeah.
Just Activision said, we're releasing this piece of shit for Xbox One and PS4. You can just buy it right now. And the funny thing is that it's bad. It's worse than the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of both games.
Did you buy it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I asked for a review copy though, but then I saw that news story regarding the fact that it was suffering from performance issues. I was like, we're probably not getting a review copy. But yeah,
I didn't see squat about that. So the only kind of marketing I saw was seeing the two games on the marketplace in Xbox Live. That was exactly it.
But the first people to notice this were actually Digital Foundry. I don't know who they are, but they noted that the Xbox One version ran slower than the PlayStation 3 version of the game. Now that is crazy. Like the last generation version runs better than the current generation.
That's
just
Xbox One sucks. Let's be honest.
Oh damn!
It does. Stupid apps don't work.
Fix your shit, Microsoft. And so when there's tons of action, the screen goes to hell, and it's in 720p.
Oh, shut up. About 720p. No one cares.
Yeah, and it's $50. So
alright, fuck that.
Probably not want to buy that game.
Oh, can I just go on a quick little rant? You saying $50 reminded me. Can we just stop with fucking season passes?
Pass.
They're stupid and ridiculous. There's no need for them. $60 for the Arkham Knight season pass. I paid, I think, like 69 or 71 for the actual game.
It's crazy.
Why don't you just release the DLC as is for like $15 or $20 or whatever?
Yeah.
It's stupid. Max, it's stupid.
I agree. I totally agree. I think the only season pass I bought was, I don't even think it was a season pass back then. I don't remember. I think it was for Halo 4.
I think the term season pass has been relatively new. These past few years.
But still, like I don't buy that much DLC because I'm cool with the content that I have on the disc. Like for instance, I do want to play the Batgirl DLC for Arkham Knight. But first of all, I don't have fucking time to play any video games right now, so that's gonna be hard. Two, I'm not gonna be wasting $60 just to play like an hour of additional content, which is basically what the Batgirl DLC lasts.
Exactly. I mean, from a business standpoint, season passes are fantastic. You get money up front from people that are paying
for content that's not even
potential
released.
Content. Yeah,
Yeah.
all you're doing is paying for potential content. So on a business standpoint, they're fantastic. For a consumer standpoint, they suck ass and they need to stop. $60 for get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying that shit.
So Harley,
It's ridiculous.
it's time for a long-awaited discussion regarding esports.
Max, you've been wanting to talk about esports for about a month.
I have.
Now we have a proper reason to talk about it.
Yeah. Before we do, I just want to remind our audience about a little guy from ESPN called Colin Cowherd. I talked about him on the podcast a couple of months ago.
Episode 2.
No, I don't think it was that far back, but so that guy trashed esports, saying that he didn't understand why a Heroes of the Storm tournament was being showcased on ESPN, and then he went and trashed the tournament and kind of the network because they showcased that because he didn't see the appeal. He said that gamers are like they stay in their basements at their mom's house. They don't go out. just trashing the entire gaming scene, basically.
So after saying all that bullshit, Max, what is he doing now?
He doesn't have a job. So he said in his talk show that if ESPN ever forced him to cover video games or do play-by-play, he would quit. And I guess he got asked to cover video games because he doesn't work at ESPN anymore. So I hope you don't find another job, Colin Cowherd, because you're an idiot.
Hang on, just let's not be over. Don't go over the top.
Dude, he literally trashed every single gamer, even if they're not.
Dude, gamers trash each other every day. Have you ever been told some 8-year-old's been banging your mum on Halo?
Yes, but it's not the same thing. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's telling bullshit in front of
He's best off pursuing a career that's not in journalism.
I don't wish you the best of luck, Colin Cowherd. That's all I have to say.
Colin Cowherd, there is a seat on this podcast for you if you would like to come defend yourself.
If you want to do an interview on controls and keyboards, I'm willing to do that. Just like Jim Sterling did with the Digital Homicide guys. I don't know if you saw that, but that's some pretty funny shit. You should go listen to that. It's hilarious. But yeah, esports.
Hey, Max.
They're a big topic.
Yeah, they've been popping pills apparently.
Oh yeah.
What's
and the funny thing is that when you said that, you linked me that article, Evo 2015, which is the big fighting game tournament, was taking place.
Yeah. So
I was kind of like, oh boy, are they actually popping pills while playing Street Fighter and Super Smash Brothers now?
Apparently, a guy named Corey Friesen, I probably butchered your name and I apologize, but he's better known as Semphis in the esports world. Which, by the way, can I just quickly say, the esports kind of realm, completely unknown to me. I know no teams, I don't know any of that shit.
That's where I come in.
Exactly. So he said in an interview with ESWC, which is the Electronic Sports World Cup, apparently that's a thing. He said that not only has he taken a drug called Adderall, which I'll get to in a second, he took that during a Counter-Strike competition, but he also went on to say that most pro teams also do so, which I'm going to absolutely grill him in a second. But this is a quote from that interview. He says, "Everybody does Adderall at ESEALAN," which means nothing to me. He says, "Just throwing that out there for the fans. That's how you get good." What a fucking moron. Do you know how many kids, you're pretty much endorsing people to abuse...
Take drugs.
Pharmaceutical drugs to get good at a video game. You know how you get good at a video game? You fucking practice over and over again. You don't want some stupid pill Ugh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anyway, I'm gonna kind of delve into what Adderall actually is for the audience. Now, Adderall is a drug that contains a combination of amphetamine and dextroamphetamine, and those two put together are a central nervous system stimulant that affects chemicals in the brain and nerves that contribute to hyperactivity and impulse control. Apparently, that makes people good at video games. I have no idea. But before you kind of run out and grab 10 boxes and play Call of Duty or something, I just want to say common Adderall side effects, may include nausea, loss of appetite, stomach pain, dry mouth, anxiety, agitation, mood changes, feeling nervous, sleeping problems, or headache, weakness, and dizziness. And of course, they're all things you want when you're on stage playing a video game, aren't they, Max? In front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
How would you be up there and you have like stomach pain or agitation? You have a mood change in the middle of a match. I mean, is it really this bad? Are we at this point where people are taking drugs to win at eSports?
I honestly, I really don't think so. Because I've been following the esports scene since 2008, ever since I watched my first Halo tournament when it was back in the MLG days. I know.
Wow.
I'm a fucking nerd. Deal with it. Just listen to what I have to say. I don't think so, because from what I've seen nowadays in the esports scene, esports is more than just playing the game now. It's actually being in control of your body, being in control of your mind. It's basically being like an athlete, like a true athlete. You gotta train. You gotta be physically. You gotta be fit physically, because all the pressure and all like just to be at the top of your game, you gotta be at the highest physical capacity or capabilities rather that you can be. Like I'm seeing Optic Flamesword, who plays for the Optic Gaming Halo team, is on the fucking cover or is in the magazine of Men's Fitness. A pro gamer in a freaking fitness magazine. Like, that's insane to me.
That's pretty badass.
We're people just treat gamers like they're pieces of shit that stay in their basement, their parents' basement, like this idiot over at ESPN. And this guy just is just the total opposite of that, and makes a living off of it. Not only him, a lot of pro teams like have trainers, and if you're into the League of Legends and Dota scene, I'm personally not. These leagues are straight up hardcore, and they're the biggest.
I was in the middle of a playoff at PAX Australia, because they had the competition there, the finals, the finals for the Oceanic Championships. Holy fucking shit. The crowd there was insane. They took up half the convention floor.
It's crazy.
Insane.
You should totally watch, if you're into Dota, you should totally watch the it's a documentary that Valve did. I think it's called Free to Play. It's on YouTube. I watched it last year. I'm not into Dota. I'm not into MOBAs at all. In fact, I personally hate them, mainly because they're on PC and I can't play PC games. I need a controller.
So you hate them because you suck at them?
No, I actually enjoy watching them, because last year I watched the International, which is the biggest Dota tournament of the year, and it's entertaining. I watched EVO this weekend. I know literally nothing about the fighting game community, nothing, and I just watched the Smash Brothers tournament like I knew every single pro. Like it's just super entertaining. Esports are the shit, because you get to compare your skill against someone who's been playing the game for 16 hours straight every day, training as hard as he can to be at a next level, and it's just super entertaining and exciting to watch.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
Don't get me wrong. I don't know, like I don't watch any of the things, but I have full respect for anybody that competes, like eSports and at that level. The amount of like skill you have to have and the dedication is just incredible. But what do you think about what Semphis is saying, that all the teams are taking drugs to be competitive? That he's come out and said that. And he's specifically said that's how you get good.
I don't think so, man.
Throwing that out to the fans.
I honestly don't think so. You like it's like if you would take drugs in a professional sport,
which a lot of people do.
Not a lot.
A lot of people do.
Maybe in cricket, hardly, but not in fucking hockey and football and whatever.
Bullshit. Absolutely in football. My football team is being addressed for drug charges.
Wait, your soccer team or your football team?
No, my AFL team. Real football in Australia.
Oh, okay.
But I guarantee you, in every single sport, whether it be hockey,
that's inevitable. Like, there's always going to be someone who's trying to cheat his way through.
Exactly. So why wouldn't there be people trying to cheat in esports?
But like, it's a drug. It works for a certain period of time. I don't think you can be consistent when you're constantly taking performance enhancing drugs. I just don't feel like it would work. Like, would you imagine the fucking esports scene having drug tests or P tests before their competitions? No, that doesn't make sense. You're playing a video game. Like, all you need is coordination, good communication with your teammates.
But this drug enhances your coordination. And, like, there are drugs out there that stimulates the brain, like, your brain waves and makes, like, you know, you're able to focus. That's what people that have, it's an ADD, that's what they take. They take drugs that make them focus and stay calm. Yeah, it seems like the perfect thing to take in a, you know, high-pressure esports arena. If you're up there on stage, you want to stay focused, you want to stay calm. I mean, it seems perfectly... I'm in no way endorsing that people take drugs. I'm just saying that, you know,
go take drugs, kids. You'll be better at Call of Duty than
oh god,
fucking hell.
It just makes sense that to be competitive, they may see it as a way to cheat.
Nah, man. In the 20 years I've played video games, and probably 8 I've played Halo at a somewhat competitive level. Never in my life.
A lobby of 12 people is not competitive.
Oh my god. I actually played Halo for 3 hours yesterday, and it was fucking amazing. I just love playing Halo and fucking destroying everyone. Anyways, never in my life did the thought of taking some kind of drug to enhance my video game skills ever happen. That's just retarded to me. I don't know. It's just stupid.
You mentioned urine samples before. Do you think that they should induce that into, like, before each competition?
That would be just ridiculous, man.
As ridiculous as taking drugs for fucking video games.
But dude, the amount of people who go out and compete at these events. For instance, at EVO for the Smash Brothers tournaments, I think there was like 1,800. So 1,800 people were signed up for the event. So you're gonna take 1,800 urine tests for a goddamn video game competition. That is crazy.
Not as crazy as taking drugs to win a video game. I'm talking like proper esports, like high competitive shit. Like you have an arena full of people and you have like several teams. Do you think those teams should take some sort of urine test?
They should be checked out. Like, for instance, in the Call of Duty in the FPS scene, rather.
Yeah. I'm not talking like a competition at your local GameStop.
No. Like MLG or
Yeah,
UMG or
like
Gfinity.
people,
Yeah.
like if you're getting paid to play video games competitively, you should be getting tested.
Well,
Why not?
yes.
Sport athletes get tested all the time.
Yeah. Fucking hell,
And
dude.
you compared esports to you said they were athletes, so it makes perfect sense why they should take these tests.
So I'm like tossed between two fucking sides here. I don't know what to say.
I mean,
You've
if you
got
don't
the
take drugs,
stunts.
all you're doing is peeing into a cup.
Yeah.
I've done it. I had to do it for my job, and it was really weird. But you know, I did. It's really it was a weird interview,
let's say esports become an Olympic sport. Let's just
which will
imagine
never happen. But okay,
let's just imagine that some
let's delve
fucking
into
crazy,
Max's dream world.
yeah, like Halo is an Olympic sport now.
Okay, and you're up
And
for you're up for gold medal.
Yeah. Now I would understand people getting tested.
Yeah, but these people are
But
getting paid to play competitively.
they have contracts, yes. They're sponsored by hundreds of companies, yes.
And if one of those players were found taking drugs, how much money would that cost their sponsors? I bet you they wouldn't have sponsors for very long.
I think the thing is, if the I think first off the player would be suspended because I've seen that happen in the MLG league for Call of Duty. One player actually got suspended for trash talking on Twitter. But it's something like that would happen. I'm pretty sure some measures would be taken to punish those actions. I mean, there's a reason why it's called esports. It's because it is now a sport. It is now something competitive that people can talk about and just get into. And I mean, there's fucking fantasy esports now. What the fuck? Like this has this. It started from just a small community of people who played a game so good at such a competitive level, and now it's grown to this huge ass scene where it's Twitch is like the biggest thing to watch tournaments now.
Yeah.
MLG is bigger than ever with Call of Duty, CS:GO, and I think League of Legends being their flagship titles.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's just crazy to me.
It's gotten so big that I can understand why people are trying to cheat to, you know, get one up on the competition. There was that instance, I think last year, that people were like doing something with teams in one of the games and competitions. They were like during the trade season.
Yeah.
They were like, I don't know, trying to like, they were like strategizing on how to get specific players onto their team. And they were like making new teams and I don't know. I don't know the gist of it, but it was completely weird, and they got called out on it.
You're speaking of teams. That's one thing I hate about esports. It probably is on the league's fault, but I didn't put too much research in that. But for instance, in Call of Duty, or in past years of Call of Duty, like, there would be team changes after every goddamn event. And even in Halo, back in the Halo Reach and Halo 3 days, team changes would occur, like, every single time. So one player just would bounce off a team constantly. Now, granted, you're still playing the game if you're playing on online tournaments or landing, or practicing, rather. You're still playing at the same space, like at home or at where your setup is or whatever. But still, that's something I find stupid. Like, you should have, like, you should treat it like a true sport and be serious about it. I mean, I see competitive players go out and play without, like, their team jerseys, and they're sponsored by some big ass teams, organizations, and they're just out there wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants. And like, what the fuck, dude? You're getting paid tons of money. You're an athlete. Well, you're an esports athlete, I should state, but like, be a fucking pro gamer. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I've bought I've bought jerseys from teams just because I like the look of being a pro gamer. It just looks awesome. It's stupid to say, but it's basically if you would be a sports fan of any kind, like repping your team and jersey and whatever. I don't know. I think I'm just dragging on for too long.
Yeah, we've trailed off the point a little bit, but I think we just had a sit-down session with Max. You okay there?
Yeah. I don't know.
You want to talk?
I've talked a lot this episode.
We can talk. That's fine. So I think overall, yes or no for urine samples.
I can't answer that question. I really don't know.
I'm just going to say yes because, it's not that big of a deal if you're not doing anything. You're probably going to, take a cheeky leak before a big game anyway. So, you get nervous, you take a leak.
I don't know. Maybe next week I'll have my mind made up.
But anyway, Semphis, you're a goddamn idiot. Telling people that that's how you get good at video games.
You're basically ruining every 12-year-old's dream right now.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous and immature. Dumb idiot.
Like, for instance, when Halo 5 is going to come out, and I'm going to try and possibly get a team to play online game battles or whatever. Like, play...
Can I be on the team?
Dude, you suck at Halo.
Oh, okay.
We've already established that while playing the Halo 5 beta.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm never in my life going to take fucking drugs just to be better at video games. Just the thought of that is so sad. Like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm not playing for high stakes. I'm just playing for fun and enjoyment, but...
There is no higher stake than winning.
Yeah. Let's go!
Alrighty.
You haven't watched the video I linked to you. That's why you should watch it.
Sorry, what you just did just really random and makes no sense to me.
Yes.
This is why we should never do a podcast together. This is our third mandate.
Yeah. Morgan should...
Nice.
I don't know. It's been like 3 weeks in a row we haven't had all three of us scattered.
I know. I think it's been like 1 or 2 weeks since I haven't been on. Hey, I'm back. Back podcasting.
That's the struggle of running a podcast with these idiots. Anyways, thanks for listening, everyone. Make sure to follow, subscribe to our Podbean and iTunes page to get all of our episodes directly to your service of choice, whether it's your phone, whether it's your computer, wherever you listen to our amazing podcasts where I just rant constantly. And don't forget to leave a rating to a review on iTunes because that helps us. That truly helps us. Gets like awareness and whatever. Follow us on Twitter.
It's a marketing thing.
Follow us on Twitter at CK_podcast.
You can see the new headphones Max got.
Yeah, you can see my new branded controllers and keyboards, branded Astros that I got last week, which looks sick, by the way.
They do. Cool.
And yeah, we post our episodes there when they're up. We try to be as consistent as we can with social media.
Hey.
Just like our Facebook page, which is Controllers and Keyboards, which you can like.
That's where we post a majority of our stuff.
Yeah, we're mainly Facebook users, so like us. We're almost at that 100 likes level, so
yeah.
Possibly do something special for that. I mean, I'm gonna pie myself to the face if we do.
This is news to me.
Nothing's official. We're still in early.
There's over 200 views on me getting pied to the face.
It's our most popular video. I don't know.
It's dumb.
People just
you can watch that video on our YouTube channel, which you should subscribe to because we've been working very hard on videos.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, we have.
And throughout the following week, we'll have some more content up. We got a Batman race planned.
Oh yeah, you and I race each other in Batmobiles. That was fun, Max. We should do it again sometime.
The right way this time.
Oh, you fucking idiot. I think this episode will be our first video episode. We're gonna have a video portion of the podcast on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, so this is something that we should announce too. We're putting all the podcast episodes through video form now. It's gonna be a interactive some sort. It's not gonna be just an image of us and us playing in the background. We're gonna have some footage for you guys. It's gonna be interesting. So you won't be sitting through
proper.
Yeah, it's not gonna be just you listening to us talk while you're looking at our logo, basically.
Nice. We have some more Let's Plays coming out. I'm about to record one actually. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to record, I think it's called So Many Me, which I know absolutely nothing about.
Yeah, that's the Xbox One.
Yeah, it's adorable and free. That's why I got it.
And yeah, much more content on our YouTube channel coming up.
Yeah, and if you want to suggest a game or some other video ideas you want us to do, just let us know on Twitter or Facebook or wherever you want. We'll see it.
Yep. So that's our.
You can follow us individually.
Oh right, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's
the
thing I'm best at. That's the thing I'm best at, just plugging my own shit. Follow me on Twitter at Max_Chasson, and follow the idiot who co-hosts this stupid podcast with me.
Did you do your little head movement when you said your last name?
What head movements?
I don't know, you get all fancy when you say your last name. You do this little head movement.
I do?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. You did it in the spoiler cast on YouTube.
I did. I don't
Sven
know.
saw it and he called you out on it.
Really?
Yeah, you do it all the time. Anyway, yeah, you can follow me on @Harley_OK. No head movement.
No head movement.
No head
all
movement.
right. I'm gonna look up the ending of the spoiler cast just to confirm that.
Okay.
But anyways, that concludes the third mandate. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be hopefully back next week with 3 fucking podcast members.
So this isn't the last episode.
What do you mean this isn't the last?
I thought this was the last episode. I thought we were ending it. I'm sorry. So yeah, 32, huh? Okay.
What?
Still going.
Okay, bye. Just fucking end it right here, or we can just continue and just talk like this. This is awkward.
Let's end it.
Okay, bye.